Lydia was the envy of every girl at Brightfield University in Kerala City. Final year student, beautiful, admired, and dating Darian, a young man who suddenly became extremely wealthy. He owned luxury cars, lived in a massive mansion, and Lydia moved in with him after leaving the school hostel. Their lifestyle was public. Designer clothes, expensive parties, vacations to Dubai and South Africa. Social media celebrated them. Ruth, Lydia's closest friend, warned her gently. She told her to question where the money came from. Darian used to be just like everyone else before wealth mysteriously appeared. Lydia rejected the warning, calling Ruth jealous, and cut her off. Deep down, Lydia knew Darian was involved in internet fraud, but she chose comfort over conscience. She paid people to write her exams while she enjoyed the lifestyle. Darian's wealth suddenly began to collapse. Debt collectors came threatening. Cars were sold, houses were sold. Every business investment failed. They downgraded from a mansion to a small two-bedroom apartment in Marvira town. Desperate, Darian visited a native doctor outside town. The condition was clear. He needed intimate personal belongings of a woman. Darian returned and told Lydia everything. Without fear, Lydia agreed. She believed wealth was more important than consequences. She handed over her items willingly. The ritual was done. Within weeks, money returned. New house, new car, everything restored. But soon, something changed. Darian began complaining that Lydia smelled bad. Lydia could not smell anything. She bathed constantly, changed perfumes, tried everything, but people avoided her. Market sellers moved away, church members changed seats, students whispered. The odor grew worse to others, though she felt clean. Darian could no longer tolerate her presence. One evening, he packed her bags, pushed her out, and locked the gate behind her. Lydia begged, cried, but the doors stayed shut. Lydia went to friends who once celebrated with her. Doors were opened, then quickly shut. Disgust replaced friendship. She wandered between cheap hotels until even they rejected her. With no money and no support, she went to Ruth. Ruth opened the door, shocked by the condition, but chose compassion. Lydia broke down completely and confessed everything. Ruth listened. She explained that this was not physical but spiritual. The only way forward was truth. Lydia must face her parents. They traveled to Naruba. On the bus, passengers complained, confused about the source of a strange smell. Lydia arrived home and immediately confessed everything to her parents. Anger, shock, tears filled the compound. Ruth stood between Lydia and her father, insisting punishment would not solve anything. After hours of pain, the family agreed they must confront Darian. Lydia's parents and Ruth visited Darian in his duplex. He showed no remorse. He claimed Lydia volunteered everything. He refused to help reverse anything. They left defeated. Back home, nothing seemed to work. Several spiritual attempts failed. Lydia withdrew from life, losing strength, while Ruth continued to stand by her. Eventually, Ruth suggested her church in Elmont. The pastor explained that restoration was possible, but required prayer and commitment. For 3 weeks, the family committed fully. Slowly, the condition faded. By the end, Lydia was restored. As Lydia healed, Darian's life collapsed again. His wealth vanished. He became desperate and later appeared at Lydia's gates in Naruba, asking forgiveness. Lydia forgave him calmly, but refused to return. She chose peace and growth instead. Lydia returned to Brightfield University. She moved into the hostel, studied seriously, and wrote her own exams. People whispered, but she ignored them. She graduated later than planned, but with dignity restored. Ruth remained her true friend. Her story became a warning. Shortcuts for wealth always carry consequences.